Isaiah 54:16 says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So before I continue, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother lawyer, and I teach at the Great Millstone National Camp. Come back with a quick lesson. And I don't have a title for this lesson as of right now. It might be entitled Blacksmiths, Scientists Equal the Arrows or the Missiles, right? So Isaiah 54 goes into how these different, well, of course, in the ancient world, you didn't have the word scientist and so on and so forth. So today, your modern day blacksmiths are the scientists, and what do they make? Of course, they make different types of weapons, but this specific scripture is talking about the nuclear missiles. All right, it is the nuclear missiles, and I wanted to get something else because I was going to start off with this. All right, AI overview. Right, it says while a blacksmith isn't exactly like a scientist, they do share some similarities, as blacksmithing involves Salakia involves a amount of scientific understanding. It says, particularly regarding the properties of metals and how heat affects them. So that's the same thing that blacksmiths do. A blacksmith back in the day, or even today, your welders and so forth, that's all blacksmithing. And that's used to create the arrows, which are known as missiles. All right? It says making it both in art and scientists, not scientists, goodness gracious, making it both in art and science, where they need to apply knowledge about chemical reactions and material properties to shape metal effectively. It says, so you could say there are aspects of their work that are comparable to a scientist's approach, going to understand materials, different metals. It says controlled experimentation. Blacksmiths essentially perform small experiments by heating metal to specific temperatures and observing how it reacts to hammer, allowing them to adjust their techniques based on results. But basically, that's all I really want from that. So, back in the ancient world, they didn't have the word scientist, so the closest thing to it would be blacksmiths. But today we got the word scientist, which they're one and the same, And so we know that the Lord's going to use these missiles to judge the world with, ultimately to judge America, Babylon the Great. And as you see, the damn phone finna die, so I'm gonna make this real quick. This is Isaiah 9, I believe it's verse 6, 5. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So this war that's getting ready to happen, is going to be by the way of fire, because missiles will get shot off into the ends of the world. Arrows. They're known as arrows in the Bible, which I'm going to pull something up dealing with blacksmith and arrows, or the arrowhead. All right, because, with these missiles, the power is in the head. Like how it says in that Revelations 9, that goes into the missiles. So Isaiah 9 and 6, not 9 and 6, Salaki, that's all I want with that 9 and 5. So yeah, we're really, just like in the ancient world, what you have, swords, man running up to each other, gutting each other, your garments is full of blood. But this upcoming war, which is World War III, is going to be by fire. All right, missiles will be used. And what's this Ezekiel? I don't want to get there yet. So I got something else. So yeah, I asked, did blacksmiths make bow and arrows? Says while blacksmiths did not exclusively make bows and arrows in ancient times, they likely played a significant role in creating arrowheads, and sometimes the metal components of bows, particularly as metalworking technology advanced, allowing them to forge the metal points for arrows, which were a crucial part of the weaponry. Then it goes into the wooden components, right? So it says right here, it says early arrowheads. Before widespread metalworking, arrowheads were often from stone and bone, but that's something else. Going into how blacksmiths didn't create arrows at that time, because it was a bone and stone. It says as metalworking techniques improved, blacksmiths began to forge metal arrowheads, which became a significant part of their work. And so these arrowheads, the arrows, they're all throughout the Bible. And so actually, let me take some of these down real quick. Like I said, this ain't really a long lesson. And it was a point that I wanted to make with this. So Salakia. But yeah, I'm gonna go right here to Second Esdras, because we know that these missiles were made, these arrows were made to judge, Esau, Edom, and the other nations. And then also too, let me get something real quick. This is fire right here. So before I get this, I'm gonna go to Revelation 13:13, because Fat Boy and Little Boy, right, during World War II, they were dropped, on Hiroshima, Nagasaki. The Japanese, which are Ammonites, and how was that created? By the way of scientists that were from Germany, and they helped, make their bomb, and what was used? Metals, of course. So blacksmiths are like unto scientists. It says, and he do great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So that was how America. Well, that was one way that America became a superpower, and other nations didn't want to mess with America, right? And so we know that the Medes, which are the Russians, they have better. Well, now they do. They have better technology than that. They have hypersonic missiles. And then I want to get this. This was a simple Google definition, not definition. Google search too. I typed in Revelation 9 are missiles. It says in the Bible's book of Revelation, chapter 9, the missiles are often interpreted as a symbolic representation of a devastating plague or army, described as locust-like creatures, which I'll make another video going into, but actually, shit, let's get it. Hopefully I got enough time. Give me 1 second. All right, and so right here, because it says something about the locusts in Revelation 9, which goes, and I'm not going to do a breakdown on it, all right? The apostles did breakdowns on it. If the Spirit's on me to do a breakdown on that, I will. But the locusts are the planes of World War I. A handful of this goes into World War I. So the locusts right here, let me go right back, Salakia. Where was we at? So right here, Revelation 9, it says what? It says in the book, in the Bible's book of Revelation, chapter 9, the missiles are often interpreted as symbolic representation of a devastating plague or army, right? And so that part is right, not the plague, but the army, because in some form of fashion, that's right, because the locusts or the planes, that's how John, this was the best way that John could describe the planes of World War I, was like unto a locust. All right. And it says described as locust-like creatures with destructive powers rather than literal missiles as we know them today, which of course, they lack the understanding, because that wasn't given unto him. It was given, let me get that real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna jump around for you guys out there. You say we, doing Hebrew hopscotch. This is was it? Yeah, Amos 3:7 says, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto the servants, the prophets. And then not Isaiah, Matthew 13, which let me take that down. Matthew 13, and I'm gonna start it. 10, it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, talking about the Lord, why speakest thou to them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So just like how the disciples, it was given unto to them to know the mysteries, it was given unto the prophets to know the secrets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which also consists of these prophecies, you know, and to the believers. That's who it was given unto. And so let me go back. I think I'm going to keep Revelation 9. Yep, let's go right back to this. It says, many scholars see the imagery as representing powerful weapons of war, potentially including advanced military technology due to their destructive capabilities and the imagery of fire and smoke coming from their mouths. Hey, and so right there, let's go to Revelation 9, because that's talking about the missiles. Let me see. The shapes and they were like Loki. Let's see. Here's the teeth, like the mouths and lines. Want to get the main. Really, all this is going into the missiles. Matter of fact, let me pull something up. All right, so right here, Revelation 9. Let's see where we should start. Their teeth were like lions' teeth. Let's start right here in 9. Revelation 9 and 9, and they had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, it says, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle. And they had tails like of the scorpions, and there were stings in their tails. No, Salaki, that's the wrong one. Salaki, that's going into something else. Let's see. Breastplates of fire, they were killed. Third part of men. Here we go. Salaki. This is Revelation 9, and let's see. The number of the army. So let's start right here. 9 and 16. We're loose. Yep, it says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. So yeah, these are the missiles, which means this goes into 200 million missiles. It says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses, whereas the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issue fire, smoke, and brimstone. Right. And so that's the warheads. You know, they issue out fire, smoke, and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire. The third part of man is over here in America, Babylon the Great. And by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, the warhead, in their tails, for their tails were like on the serpents. And I have pulled up this picture. Shit, where is that? Right. And so that's what John was seeing. It says, where was I at? It says, yep, for their tails were like unto serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt. Hey, with these missiles they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not, well, I don't want to read that. Yeah, I don't want to read that. But yeah, that's going into the missiles, you know? And so, let me go back, trying to make this quick. Yep, that's the missiles. And so they know a little bit, you know, about the missiles, you know, or military weaponry being used in Revelation 9. They know that, you know, but they put it at the end, you know, in their mouth. They do hurt because they know the upper, you know, the elites. They know that these are, you know, talking about the missiles and with the prophets being back on the earth. They know that. And so, where am I gonna go to? 2nd Ezra 16. Yep, 2nd Ezra 16. And let's see, I'm gonna get the main point. Yep. 13, it says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot in the ends of the world. So these arrows are missiles, and I'm gonna play a video and I'm gonna claim the copyright law. Of course, I'm just playing the sound of this video, or basically the words to this video. You know how they do. You can have background music or something, and they try to give you a copyright. So I'm gonna let a little bit of this play. All right. And this is called how missile guidance systems work. All right. Because this precept just said that they shall be shot into the ends of the world. So these missiles or these arrows are going to be shot into the ends of the world. All right. Here we go. Exactly where intended. The quest for precision and accuracy drove the engineering behind today's guided missiles, enabling engineers to create advanced systems that can be armed with a range of warheads and accurately hit targets more than 6,000 miles away. In fact, modern systems can even carry nuclear warheads to targets across the globe. But how do guided missiles operate with such deadly accuracy? All guided missiles are made up of several key components. These include the engine, warhead, flight control system, and guidance system. Yep, and so that was the main point that I wanted. It said that, the missiles that's basically being created, they can hit up to 6,000 miles away, and that's what's going to, and that's what's going to happen, It says, verse 14, 2nd Ezra 16 and 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. And I will go to verse 16, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. All right. And let's see. I believe that's all I want probably with that. Yep, that's all I want with that. And I'm gonna get this too because basically evil thought is going to come into the minds of starting with Russia, which are known as the Medes in Isaiah 13, to shoot missiles upon this place. And really, all nations, even America's allies, they're gonna shoot missiles upon this place. So this is Ezekiel 38. I believe it's 10. Yeah, Ezekiel 38 and 10 says, thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, because America, they don't have no defense. America doesn't have a defense system. They dwell safely. Like I says in Revelation 18. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. So this is Revelation 18. For sins that reach out in the hill on a double. Yep, so Revelation 18. And I'm going to start at 4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. And that's not talking about leave America. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled, filled to her double. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I am a queen, I said a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And so, just like how, I done took it down. So like how it says in Ezekiel 38 and 11, it says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest. Americans are at rest. Even our people here, they're at rest. And they dwell safely. America hasn't been touched. That's why it says, I said a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. That's what Americans think. That's what these Edomites think, that they're not going to see no sorrow, they're not going to pay, but they're going to pay. Babylon will fall. And I was going to read that Isaiah 13. Yeah, I'll read it. Isaiah 13. And I'm going to start at 9. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. You know, and the sinners ultimately going to the Israelites, you know, because we the ones that was given the law. All right, in the verse, I'm going to go to 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord, Salaki, in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his anger. So yeah, the earth is going to move when these missiles, you know, hit Babylon the Great America. It's going to rock to and fro like a drunkard, like that says in Isaiah, I believe it's 24. And let's see. And I'm gonna get 16 because these bowls. What's on Salakia? No, that's not it. 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. And this is that evil thought coming into their mind, which the bow goes into the missiles. All right, bow and arrows. It says, their eyes shall not spare children, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Right, and so like how you had the Arabians, the Elamites, so you know, so-called East Indians over here, you know, making shop. That ain't gonna be like that no more. And also too, in ancient Babylon, you had the Ishmaelites that was there making merchandise. The same shit. It says, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And that's also too going into the desert creatures. After this place is destroyed, these different animals are going to dwell here, like I says, I'm leaving Revelation 18 as well, talking about Babylon being destroyed. It says, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So with that, I hope this is the edifying lessons. And with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.